Raymond Fire, send by Death Box 1 to the area of Jackson Meadow Road for a structure fire with entrapment.
Hi, my name is Wayne Jones. I'm the fire inspector for the Raymond Fire Rescue Department. And we're here today to talk to you about the importance of smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. 60% of all fires in homes happen in homes that do not have an operating smoke detector. Those smoke detectors are either non-existent or the batteries have been removed. Over half of all deaths in home fires were because there were no operating smoke detectors. And that is why we say over and over again that smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors save lives.
My name is John Fasella. I'm with the Raymond Fire and Rescue Department. I'm a firefighter, EMT, and public life safety educator. Replacing batteries is really important. As he explained, one of the major causes for alarms to fail is in fact that there are no batteries in it or that they're not working batteries. We recommend that you replace your batteries twice a year. The best time to do that is when the time zone changes from daylight savings time or to daylight savings time. So in terms of replacing batteries, in most detectors it's a 9-volt battery. There's a little door that you open up and you push this little lever down and the battery goes into the detector. Make sure that you have the plus and the minus correct. Here's another kind of detector. This is a combination smoke and carbon monoxide. This particular detector uses penlight batteries, and again you got to make sure that you put it in correctly with the positive of the battery on the plus side, and it's clearly marked. One of the things that you should be aware of is there is a trend in the industry now to go towards 10-year life cycle batteries. So you can buy detectors, they're a little more expensive, that last 10 years. And for some people, the extra money is a little bit worth it to them because then they don't have to fool with batteries in the intervening time. Another real important consideration is how do you know if your detectors are working? The only way you know is to test them, and we recommend you test them monthly. The testing is really simple. Most detectors have a test button. If you push the test button, it tells you that it's working when it beeps like that. One other thing that we recommend is at least annually to vacuum out the detector. You remove it from its mounting and you vacuum around the little port where the detector senses. It's different on different detectors. On a carbon monoxide detector like this one, you would vacuum around here. The idea is to remove dust and dirt that would accumulate after a year, and it will help prevent false alarms. Sometimes you will find that a detector will continue to alarm even after you've cleaned it. In that case, it's probably defective and really needs to be replaced. So we recommend that you take it, throw it away, and get another one.
Smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors come in a number of varieties that you would find in your local hardware store. They can come in separate devices or as a combined smoke and CO detector. The mounting of smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors is very important so that they will operate properly. Smoke detectors have to be within 6 inches of the ceiling. As you may know, a carbon monoxide detector can be mounted anywhere on the vertical wall. A smoke detector needs to be mounted high. When we talk combination, smoke and carbon monoxide detectors, it needs to be mounted high so the smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector operate properly.
Really important is where exactly in my house should I put detectors? Well, we have two kinds of detectors. We have smoke detectors and we have carbon monoxide detectors. Smoke detectors should be placed in every level that you live in, including the basement, near the furnace or wood stove, and also outside sleeping areas, but most importantly also within the bedrooms, so that if a fire starts within a bedroom, you get alerted and can get out. Carbon monoxide detectors are a little different. Carbon monoxide detectors should be, again, in every habitable area of the house, but they should be outside of the sleeping areas in that hallway to protect the sleeping areas. It's not required to have carbon monoxide detectors inside the bedrooms. There are places where you don't want to put carbon monoxide and smoke detectors, and specifically in unheated attics, in garages, in crawl spaces. You don't want to put detectors in there because they're going to false. A lot of people ask, why do I need a carbon monoxide detector? Years ago, nobody ever talked about this. Well, the problem is carbon monoxide is a very dangerous gas. It's odorless, it's colorless, it's tasteless, but it will kill you. A common misconception is that pets can help protect you. They cannot. They're going to be subject to the same symptoms that you will be, which is typically dizziness, nausea, vomiting, a feeling of weakness, and so forth. That is why it is really important to have a carbon monoxide detector, because you can't really know what it is. If you do in fact develop these symptoms and you don't know what's causing it, our recommendation is to get out of the house immediately, call the fire department. We will come, we will put on air packs, and we will have a meter that measures carbon monoxide levels, and we can fairly accurately diagnose where the carbon monoxide is coming from and if it is a problem for you. A lot of people don't understand that faulty heating appliances, kerosene heaters, wood stoves, turning on the gas stove to heat the house, all of these things create carbon monoxide and creates a very dangerous condition. So in the end, what's going to happen is you're going to have to call somebody to fix the faulty appliance and prevent carbon monoxide from endangering your family. So what happens when the alarm goes off? What do you do? What you need to do is immediately get out of your house with your family. Don't stop for anything, just get outside, go to the meeting place. Every family should have a meeting place. A meeting place is basically a place outside, away from the home. It can be a swing set, it can be a telephone pole, a mailbox, maybe your neighbor's house. But everybody in the family knows where to go, and they go out and they meet there. Somebody needs to call 911, call the fire department, and explain to the operator what's going on. So 2 more questions that always come up. How much do smoke detectors cost, and how long do they last? Let's take the how long do they last. Smoke detectors must be replaced every 10 years. A lot of people don't know this, but smoke detectors over time lose their sensitivity to smoke, so they must be replaced at 10-year intervals. Carbon monoxide detectors are different. They use different technologies, and you have to follow the manufacturer's instructions. That's typically 5 or 7 or 10 years, depending on who makes it. So when you install it, you need to look at this, and what we typically recommend is to write the date of installation on the side so you can remember to replace it 5, 7, or 10 years from there. The other question is, how much do these detectors cost? When you compare it to the safety of your family, not very much at all. An ordinary smoke detector that's battery operated only will typically cost between $6 to $25. A combination detector will cost a little bit more. By combination, I mean having both carbon monoxide and smoke detector facilities built in. And carbon monoxide units by themselves typically cost anywhere from $25 to $50. The costs vary depending on whether they're battery operated, whether they're AC plug-in, or whether they're both battery and AC plug-in. We generally recommend to get the type that are combination both AC and battery. That way, if there's a power failure, you in fact are still protected during that power failure by the battery. So we've presented a lot of information to you today. There's a lot more we could present. Some of it may be confusing to some of you. If you have any questions, contact your local community fire station. If you live in Raymond, the number is 655-1187. Thank you.